So it is pick and roll time, and this one blew my mind because how do you have 5 players all from the same team lead the NHL in assists in a season, but the 1970 Boston Bruins, so 52 years ago, hence where we're at, episode 52, all 5 of these hockey players led the NHL in assists, and they all came from the Boston Bruins, and that was Bobby Orr, Phil Esposito, John Busick, Ken Hodge, and Wayne Cashman. We are going to rank them 5-1. I am first this week, so I will start us off. And I know you're already going to have a problem with my list, but I am going at number 5, Wayne Cashman. Again, some great numbers, just didn't get a lot of accolades. 277 goals, 516 assists, 793 points for his career, a plus 278, which is really good. He only had one All-Star, though, and he won 2 cups. So all these guys won the 2 cups, obviously, with the Bruins. Ken Hodge, I went at 4, 328 goals, 472 assists, 800 points, a plus 260. But he had 2 All-Stars. He had one more All-Star. I gave him a nod for that. Obviously, the 2 cups. At 3, I went Bobby Orr. Bobby Orr, 270 goals, 645 assists, 915 points, a plus 582, which is ridiculous. Obviously, all his accolades, 9 All-Stars, 1 Calder, 8 Norris, 2 Ross, 2 Smythe, 3 Harts, 1 Pearson, and 2 Stanley Cups. Here's why I went John Busick at number 2.
Oh, my God.
556 goals, 813 assists, 1,369 points in his career. 400 plus more points than Bobby Orr had.
Yeah, he had like 400 more games, too.
His plus minus wasn't very good. Thank you, Manny, for joining. 2 All-Stars, 2 Bings, and obviously the 2 Cups. I mean, again, you can criticize all you want, but he had almost 300 more goals, 200 more assists. At number 1, it has to be Phil Esposito, though. That man was just ridiculous. 717 goals, 873 assists, so 1,590 points, a plus 252, 8 All-Stars, 5 Ross, 2 Hart, 2 Pearsons, and he won the 2 Cups. So that's how my pick and roll went.
Okay. I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Can you give the games played for those 3 players?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, okay. Exactly.
Because I'm just looking at their numbers. Their numbers.
No, I don't care. You want the list of the best player, right?
You should care.
You want
Tom
the best
Brady
players?
broke every single record in the NFL. He's also played more games. It's gonna.
You
Your
want the
numbers
best
are gonna
player, right? You want the best player?
I want the guys that I feel have the most. Yes, and I'm gonna go with a guy that scored 556 goals over a guy who scored 270. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead.
Number 5, Wayne Cashman. You got that right.
Thank you.
And number 4, Ken Hodge. You got that right.
Okay.
Johnny Busick drops down a spot at number 3.
Okay.
The Chief.
1,369
Yep.
points,
Yep.
But I hear you.
Yep.
Yep. Second most on this list. But
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay. And number 2 is Phil Esposito.
No way.
Absolutely.
No
Look,
way.
Phil
You are
Esposito,
because you're a Bobby Orr, and that you've already said he's one of your favorite players of all time.
I didn't say that.
You are
I
so
never
biased.
said he was one of my favorite players.
But go ahead.
How am I
Explain to me
biased?
how
They're all Bruins.
because you're going over a guy. How do you go over ahead of Phil Esposito, who scored almost 500 more goals?
Because have you seen any video of Bobby Orr?
What does that got to do with?
Have you seen any video?
Okay.
It's got a lot to do with it.
Okay.
It's got a lot to do with it.
I could see a video about a guy. Wayne Gretzky's pretty damn good because he scored a lot. He scored. They scored. It's all about the numbers.
Bobby Orr.
I don't care what they look like.
Played not even half as long.
Here we go.
Not even half as long. Look at that plus minus.
Double his numbers. Does he still beat Phil Esposito?
Try tripling them.
Okay, triple it. It'd still be pretty close. It'd be about the same.
And Bobby Orr's a defenseman. Phil Esposito made a career standing in front of the net.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
He made a career out of that.
Okay.
Standing in front of the net.
Bobby
Orr shoots the puck, and Phil Esposito cleans it up. That's what happens.
Okay.
That's why all these guys have all these assists
Uh-huh.
because they have a guy parked in front of the net and they clean it up. That's why he has a ton of goals. He's made a career out of it, just like Dave Andreychuk. Bobby Orr revolutionized the game. He revolutionized the game.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first of his kind. First of his kind, that offensive defensive player. And he did it better than anyone that has ever played. He is arguably one of the top 3 players ever.
I wish I had some love music going right now in the
I'm
background.
just saying.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, man. You want to take you guys candlelight dinner?
No,
and,
you're looking at that. You're looking at those numbers, and you're saying, "Oh, he's better than Bobby Orr."
Tom Brady
just because
sucks.
of those.
No, Tom Brady sucks.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that
because the numbers don't matter. Numbers don't matter. Numbers don't matter. They don't matter. It's the look. It's the change. It's revolutionized the sport.
You know why they won those 2 Stanley Cups?
Get out of here.
You want to know why they won those 2 Stanley Cups?
Get Bobby Orr, according to you. Period.
Bobby Orr. That is why they won those 2 Stanley Cups.
There we go. So
because until he came around, they would score all the goals they wanted to, but they couldn't get by the other teams.
Okay.
Because when it came crunch time, they couldn't defend.
I think 70-something goals that sucked.
Yes, he scored a lot of goals.
Okay.
That's why there's so many assists distributed.
It's so easy to do, man. Everybody's just scoring goals, I guess. Except Bobby Orr, who had 270. He's the lowest on this list. He had the least amount of goals of anybody.
And the only defenseman on that list.
Okay.
Go look at all the defensemen in the league that year.
Okay.
Go look at all the defensemen in the league.
I will do that, sir.
And you do that. You tell me what defenseman scored goals.
Okay.
There's one.
Okay.